smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away.
What a wonderful...
Brilliant tribute by the incredible DJ Darlings. You're all amazing. And you've got a very big fan there, haven't you?
Ahead of our Remembrance Sunday, we're joined by 100-year-old World War II veteran Alec Penstone. But before we speak to him, here's Joe Patrick with his incredible story.
Like hundreds of thousands of young men, Alec Penstone answered the nation's call in 1939. At just 15, he volunteered to help move the dead and injured from buildings ravaged by the Blitz. Then just before his 17th birthday, Alec joined the Royal Navy, after promising his late father, himself a World War I veteran, that he wouldn't serve in the trenches. He was stationed aboard the HMS Campania, a ship that played a vital role in the D-Day landings, sweeping for mines and listening for torpedoes, before going on to face perilous Arctic conditions and heavy German attacks as part of the Arctic convoys to Russia, in what Winston Churchill described as the worst journey in the world. When VE Day was celebrated, Alec returned home, where his fiancée Gladys was waiting, and with an extra 2 days' leave, they married and spent the next 77 years together. Last year, Alec returned to Normandy for the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings. Now aged 100, he continues to sell the poppies which represent the heroic sacrifice he and so many made. But to him, his heroes are his dad and his comrades who didn't make it home.
And Alec Penstone joins us now. Alec, what an absolute honour to have you. I'm going to speak a little bit loud so you can hear
very,
me.
very nice to meet you all. I cannot see anything that I've done specially that wouldn't have been done by other people of my generation.
Well,
I'm just one of the lucky ones. I'm still alive.
Well, you are extraordinary, and it's typical of your generation, Alec, that you dismiss what you did. We're speaking up because you, like me, are a little bit hard of hearing, understandably, at 100 years old. But you're brilliant to talk to us here this morning. Now, you played a pivotal role yourself, didn't you? Your vessel did in part of the D-Day landings. Tell us a little bit about the memories of that.
Well, actually, what happened was I had just come back from a convoy to Russia and into Dunoon in Scotland, and as our captain and his wife had already rented a place over the other side of the bay, and he asked me to take him over there in what we called the skimming dish, which I was coxswain of. And about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, he came down and said, "Right, coxswain, over to the house." So I went over there and I dropped him off on the jetty, and I heard him greet his wife at the top, and he said, "Right, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, coxswain." "Aye, aye, sir." And I came back to the ship to have my tea. I went down to my mess. I'm just going to stick sardines on toast.
Good solid fare.
and all of a sudden, I got called away to go to the gangway. Duty coxswain, report to the gangway at the double. I went to the gangway and I was told to go and pick the captain up. I said, "Well, I've just taken him over there, sir."
Right.
And there you go and pick him up. I said, "What's happening?" He said, "Don't ask me, just go and pick the captain up." So I went over back across the bay and I heard, I went to the jetty, which was a floating jetty just below, and I heard a loud crying coming from up top. And I thought, what on earth has happened? And then presently the captain came down and said, "Back to the ship, coxswain." "Aye, aye, sir." Took him back to the ship. That was the only explanation I got. No sooner had I gone back to the ship, it was up anchor and away.
And you were off to the D-Day landings.
We didn't know. No
didn't
one
know,
told
and
us
that's
where
what
we were.
was so brave about all of you involved in the war. And I know
right.
you want to tribute everybody else, but of course you have a connection to the First World War as well, don't you? Because your father served in that and paid a heavy price for it.
He did, most certainly. In the Second Battle of the Somme, he was in a Royal Berkshire Regiment. He was a machine gunner, and he was covering the movement of the troops. They went over the top to get to the first line of German trenches, and our big guns in the rear were firing over their heads and destroying the barbed wire. But for some reason, instead of being up 5 to hit the next row, they went down 5. And the shells started falling amongst the men of the Berkshire Regiment, who with their officers in the back, threatening to shoot any man that didn't move forward.
Gosh.
They were going through into hell. And in the end, after 3 hours, they managed to stop the shelling there. But by that time, most of the Berkshire Regiment were killed or injured.
Yeah, and he was very severely wounded, your dad, wasn't he?
Dead. And 48 hours later, the stretcher bearers went out to collect the dog tags from the fallen to let their next of kin know that they had died in action, although it was by our own guns. And they found my father was still alive.
Wow.
So what had happened, he had 8 pieces of British steel inside of him, shrapnel, and they found, when they went to do his dog tag round his neck, they found he was alive. So we taken him back to the clearing station, had his wounds dressed, and as by pure luck, there was a train waiting to go to the south where a hospital ship was, and he was put on that straight away. And the first thing my mother knew was he was only married a month with my mother, and when this happened, she had a message to say, "I am well wounded, I am in hospital, and open to visitors." And I think it was the Queen Mary's Hospital in Roehampton, military hospital.
So thank goodness he survived. He lost his legs, didn't he? But thank goodness he survived. We're all going to be thinking about all the incredible service personnel that have served in all wars and all conflicts. What does Remembrance Sunday mean for you? What is your message?
My message is, I can see in my mind's eye those rows and rows of white stones of all the hundreds of my friends and everybody else that gave their lives for what? The country of today. No, I'm sorry. The sacrifice wasn't worth the result that it is now.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
What do you mean by that, though? At this point?
What we fought for, and what we fought for was our freedom. We find that even now it's darn sight worse than what it was when I fought for it.
Oh, Alec, I'm sorry you feel like that, because I want you to know that all the generations that have come since, including me and my children, are so grateful for your bravery and all that for service personnel. And it's our job now, isn't it, to make it the country that you fought for. You absolutely fought for.
That is it.
And we will do. We want to...
I'm so wonderful to know there are people like you that can spread the word around.
We will do.
Younger generation.
And I guarantee that everybody watching at home will be wanting you to send lots of love. We've got another little bit special thing for you, Alec. We've got the D-Day darlings here. Come on over, guys. You've got a little special present for him.
Ooh.
Come and give it if you can, to thank you for all your many brave years of service and others like you.
This is our album, Alec, and I know you love a lot of the songs on there. And this is the least we can do. This is such a small thing, but, you know, we love you so much, Alec.
And it's all signed for you there as
These
well.
young ladies are like my own daughters. They're wonderful, wonderful.
Good.
Every one of them.
We adore you.
The way that they kept everything going and still do was a wonder. Thank you.
You are our inspiration, Alec, and we do it for you and all of your comrades, and we just love you.
We do, and so say all of us, and I know everybody watching at home.
Thank you.
Alec, thank you
Alec.
for everything.
Alec, thank you, thank you very much, Alec. And I know,
So
I know what you're saying, and we've got a lot to learn. But we would not be here without you and your comrades. We simply would not be here.
Not me, just all of us.
Everyone,
exactly.
but we're so grateful
We were
to
fighting
you.
for our country in those days.
Yeah.
And we had to have allies. I mean, as Russia's turned out now, I mean, Putin has given me a bravery award.
Gosh. And now you're looking at the... Listen, I think so many of you echo so many people's feelings about the state of the world, but nothing changes your bravery and sacrifice, and it's up to all of us to carry on the fight.
Thank you.
It does. I'm going to keep holding your hand because I'm loving it.
You keep holding his hand.
Ranveer is here as well, Alex.
We'll hand over to Ranveer for a moment as she tells us what's coming up on Lorraine this morning.
Alec's taken our breath away here, to be honest,
Hasn't
watching
he?
that. I mean, it just brings a tear to your eye.
Introduced me to a gentleman.
We salute him.
We're gonna carry on chatting.
You carry on
Ranveer.
chatting.
You tell us what's in the
I
show.
will.